And we're good.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to our Brandon University presentation. We've got both of us student success officers here presenting. And so my name is Kathleen Richards and I am one of the student success officers at Brandon University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aaron McKay, and I'm the other student success officer at Brandon University.
So we will run through this presentation fairly quickly and we'll try to sort of move fast over some of the more general information and then give more details on the more important stuff. But first of all, Brandon University is a small university, small campus that is located in Brandon, Manitoba. So it is the second largest city in the province. However, it is still a fairly small city. So we've got about 58,000 people. So you've got basically all of the things that you need, but still has sort of like a small town community feel.
See yourself here. So, at Brandon University, we offer undergraduate and graduate degree programs. You can explore your options in arts, science, education, health studies, and music if that's something that interests you. At Brandon University, we have a lot of opportunities for students to gain practical experience before they head out into the field. So many of our programs, we do offer work integrated learning opportunities through things like labs, simulations, field work, cooperative learning experiences, which we'll talk about more later on, practicums and internships. We also have an opportunity for new students to become student leaders, to volunteer, get some hours, and get a notation on their transcripts. We also offer many different clubs for students. These range from the BU Gaming Association, BU History Club, Enactus, the BU Aboriginal Student Council, LGBTQ Collective, and many more. And if you have an idea for a club, you can always bring it to our student union, present that idea to them, and they'll see if they can help you.
So we also have sports at our university. So we've got 4 different sports that we play and at 2 different levels. So likely what we're most known for is our volleyball and our basketball. We've got men's and women's teams and they play at the U sport level. We also have soccer. So we've got both soccer as well as futsal, which is indoor soccer. And those are available at the MCIC level, so basically the college level. So we'll play against the local college here in Brandon, as well as within the province. If you're not interested in playing for one of those teams, we also have the Healthy Living Center, which is a state-of-the-art gymnasium. And within that center, you've got your fitness room, there's an indoor walking track as well. And then there's also different classes that people can join. So if you're interested in things like Zumba or yoga or kickboxing, those are available for free for students or for a small fee for anybody else within the community.
Need a place to live? Well, at Brandon University, we have a few different options for students to stay in residence. So when you come to Brandon University, and let's say you're coming from a small town, maybe you live quite a ways away from Brandon, you need a place to stay, I would definitely recommend consider staying in residence. So we have 3 different options here. We have, so Kathleen, I'll just get you to click the thing. There we go. So we have, all right, we have 3 residence halls. We have Derrick Hall, which is all male residents. We have Flora Cowan, all female, and McMaster Hall, all genders. You'll notice that we have different room sizes or different room options for these halls. They're called, we have the standard, Flora Cowan, economy, and standard, McMaster. We have both plus standard plus, which is really just the size of the room. Now, you'll see that we also have 2 different meal plans for our students. This is your meal for the year. You do not pay this all in one lump sum. You'll pay half in the first term and half in the second. So if you're somebody who's going to be eating on residence 3 times a day, every day of the week, definitely consider that premium meal plan. If you don't mind having instant noodles now and then, you may want to go with the value meal plan. We also offer space for Assiniboine Community College students as well. So if you're going to Assiniboine Community College and you need a place to stay, definitely consider staying at BU. We offer parking, so with the powered parking, we also have free Wi-Fi throughout campus. There's a lot of advantages to staying on residence. Your classrooms are a lot closer, um, and all the amenities are located in one area for you. Easy access, basically. It is quite affordable too when you compare the prices of rent and living elsewhere in Brandon. So definitely consider residence. And if you have any questions, you can learn more on our website.
So we also have different student services available at our campus. And so for high school students coming from a high school, you're likely used to knowing all of your teachers. Your teachers likely know you guys. They likely know your names, and they may have even known you since you were really little, and they might even know your parents. At university, that's a little bit different because you're coming to a new city. We likely haven't met you. We may have met you before, but we don't remember your names. We don't really know your parents. We don't know your backstory. And so we want to make sure that you guys are taken care of when you get to university and have an easy transition. And so that's why we have all of these services available. So we'll quickly go through some of the ones that I think are the most important. But just know that when you come to university, we do want you to feel supported. If you're having any trouble at all, just come to see us in this hallway. It's all located in one hallway on our campus. So come visit us and we'll make sure to try to help you with whatever you need.
All right, so academic advising. Um, with our academic advisors, these are people who will help you pick out your courses for the year, make sure that you're on the right track to graduating, talk to you about different career choices, or what are you thinking about for a career? All first year students have to go through mandatory advising, and it's basically just a way for us to understand you better, get a sense of what it is that you need and what you want out of the university. So people like myself and Kathleen will help you do that.
So we also have academic skills services. So if you're coming in and you are having trouble with things like either writing or math or just general learning skills, if you want more information on how to study, or if you're like, if a professor is giving you a textbook and you're like, I don't know how to use this for my class, these are the people who are going to help you. And so a lot of times math and writing and all of these things are a lot different at the university level than they are at the high school level. So we want to make sure that you're academically prepared as well as taking care of your social needs within this area.
Then we have our Office of International Activities. We have many students from all over the world who come to Brandon University. Sometimes students can study abroad. Current situation, that's not exactly possible. But yeah, definitely look forward to that, more of that in the future.
Personal counseling is a big one. Mental health is definitely a concern for many of our students and like has become sort of a bigger thing worldwide. And so we have 2 personal counselors that are available throughout the day to help students. And so that's during the university hours. If you do have problems outside of those hours, we do work with the crisis unit. And so students can always be taken care of and we can always help you with anything that you're going through. So either like depression, anxiety, or any stresses that are coming up.
SAS, or Student Accessibility Services. So this office works with students and faculty to ensure that students receive the accommodations that they need. If you're a student who is receiving an accessibility or an accommodation currently in high school, you can definitely make that appointment with our Student Accessibility Services, and they'll ensure that you get that the help that you need to ensure your university success.
And last but not least, we do have Indigenous student supports. We've got a fair amount of support, so I'm not going to go over everything on this list, But sort of the most important one that I believe we have is our Indigenous Peoples Center. And so with that center, it is located in the heart of our campus. And so just off that hallway with all those other student supports that we've spoken about. And what they do in that office is they provide cultural, social, as well as academic supports. It is intended for Indigenous students, but any student is welcome to use that space in that area. There's also a kitchen area, so if students want to bring a lunch and be able to heat it up, that's available. And then on certain days of the week, the IPC also provides free lunches. So if you want to get things like bannock and soup, I know today they had this really amazing lunch. It looked like they had like a shepherd's pie as well as tarts. And so basically it's a place for our students to hang out. There's also TVs in there and just really great staff who are available to help our students.
Program options. So what do we offer in the Bachelor of Arts in Science? Well, we offer many different subject areas for you to specialize in. You can see this chart right here. We've got a lot of things ranging from Aboriginal art to chemistry to drawing, English, history, psychology, a lot of different areas. If you would like to see more information about these programs, about program details, please visit brandonu.ca/calendar, and that'll give you a more in-depth look at the specific department areas, so the different major, minors, what you can do, and what has a co-op education.
Perfect. So we're going to go over those different programs right now, just in case you're wondering, what are those? What is a Bachelor of Arts? So with our Bachelor of Arts program, it is offered in 3- and 4-year degrees. We also have a Bachelor of Business Administration as well as a Bachelor of Fine Arts. So with a Bachelor of Arts, it's what I say is our biggest degree area. So there's the most areas to study within that degree. If you're someone who is coming to university and you're like, I have no idea what I want to take, but I know that I need a degree, and a degree is going to help me with my career goals. Something like a Bachelor of Arts is really nice because it's extremely flexible. So students can really try some different majors and minors out, some different courses before they decide what they want to stick with. So when you look at that list back there on the other slide, you'll see that there's things that are familiar to students. So everyone's taken English, everyone's taken a bit of history, but there's also things that you might not have tried before in high school. So you're going to run into things like anthropology, sociology, and lots of courses there where you might want to explore them and see if they're of interest to you. The really nice thing about this degree, again, is the flexibility. So try anthropology, try political science. If you don't like those courses, pretty much every time it's going to count towards an elective. So it's still going to be a course that's going to help you graduate. With our Bachelor of Business Administration, it's a 4-year program. And so with that program, instead of choosing a specialized major within it, so for example, at some universities, you can focus on accounting or with marketing or human resources. With our degree, because it's a general degree, you're going to look at all of those things. And the reason for that is that we live in a changing world. And so we want you to have the most information possible. And so by giving you the information on all those different things, you're going to be prepared for either running your own business, working in a human resources department, or basically running your own marketing firm. We also have a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, so that includes things like painting or drawing or ceramics. And with that, the sort of unique part of our program is that when you go into it, you don't need to come in with a portfolio, because we want you to create your portfolio with us. And then at the end of your degree, a lot of our students put on an art show, and that gives them the experience that they need to sort of put on their own galleries once they've graduated and learn how to work within that business.
Then we have our Faculty of Science. Within the Faculty of Science, we have our Bachelor of Science and our Bachelor of Environmental Science. With the Bachelor of Science, you have 2 different options there. You have a 3-year degree and a 4-year degree. Science students, you have a wide range of areas to study. So you have things like biological diversity, human behavior, chemistry, physics, astronomy, mathematics, computer science, a whole wide range of subjects for you to study. Depending on what you want to go in, we have opportunities for you to get some hands-on experience through our labs, and just to really hone your skills in that science area. Students who graduate with a Bachelor of Science, they go on to many different career paths. Some of them have been teachers, physicists, chemists, doctors, you name it. With our Bachelor Environmental Science, so this is a 4-year degree program. So within this program, students study, the interaction between plants, animals, human beings, how we impact the environment. So if you're considering a career in possibly conservation, maybe working for Parks Canada, that might be a program that is well suited for you.
So our Faculty of Health Studies, we don't have to tell anyone how important that is to us right now. We've got two different areas that students can study within our Faculty of Health Studies. And so the first one is our Bachelor of Nursing program. And then the second one is our Bachelor of Science in Psychiatric Nursing program. We also have some information on this page about the Indigenous Health Studies Transition program. I'm not going to go into that during this presentation, but if you are interested, we do have more information on our website. With our programs, with the Bachelor of Science in Psychiatric Nursing and the Bachelor of Nursing, all of our students start with a pre-nursing or a pre-psych nursing year. Within that program, you're going to take a lot of the standard courses. So you're going to take things like psychology, English, math, and definitely biology. And so you're going to get some experience in those courses. You're going to try to do as well as you can, because when you apply into the second year of the program, that's when you get into those specific nursing and psychiatric nursing classes. This is a competitive program, and so there is a limited number of seats available for these students. And so that's why we say you need to make sure to have high grades, because you want to be able to get one of those seats. Once you're in the program, that's sort of where, and like Erin's discussed this before in the presentation, but that's where you get to go and do some placements. And so if you want to go and work in a hospital, you can try out the different floors and the different wards to see what you're interested in. So you might be interested in working with the emergency unit or the psychiatric unit, or maybe you're interested in like the surgery unit. So try those different things. You're going to get a feel for all of them during those practicums during your degree. And by the end of your degree, there's going to be a ton of job opportunities available, and you're going to have a lot of experience within the different areas of the hospitals with those nurses.
All right, our Faculty of Education. So just a little bit of background info on myself and Kathleen. We are actually both graduates from the Bachelor of Education, so we are both teachers. So with the Faculty of Education, we have different routes for you to become a teacher in the future. First one being our after degree program. So the Bachelor of Education after degree, this is a 2-year program. But in order to actually get to this program, you must have an approved undergraduate degree. So you could do a Bachelor of Arts, 3-year or a 4-year degree, and then apply to the 2-year after degree program. And once you're in that program, you'll choose a specific stream. If you're somebody who enjoys teaching the little ones, so kindergarten to grade 6, you would become an early years teacher. If you were looking more middle years, 7 to 8, you would specialize in that area. And then, of course, with senior years, you'd be looking at grades 9 to 12. Then we also have our Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education integrated program. So this is a Bachelor of Arts degree and a Bachelor of Education combined. It's 5 years in total. So you do a 3-year Bachelor of Arts plus the 2 years of education. One thing that I just want to make sure is clear, if you're looking to become a science teacher, you will not be able to apply to this program. If you're looking at maybe history or English and you wanted to teach early or middle year students, then this is the program for you. If you're looking at high school, you'll want to do the Bachelor of Education after degree. So just one thing that I wanted to clear up with that. We also have our Bachelor of Physical Education for those of you who want to become physical education teachers. Basically, you'll complete our Bachelor of Physical Education degree. It's 3 years, and then you'll go on to complete the Bachelor of Education after degree. We also have the program for the education of native teachers. I won't spend too much time on this. Basically, it's a program for people who are already currently working in school. You as high school students, you won't be working. It doesn't really pertain to you. But yeah, that's our Faculty of Education.
And last but certainly not least, we've got our Bachelor of Music. And so Brandon University is well known for its Bachelor of Music program. We've got one of the best faculties basically in Canada. And so with that program, it's a little bit different to other programs because, again, similar to the nursing program, it is competitive. So going into your first year of music, you first of all need to complete an audition. And so with your instrument or your voice or whatever you're coming in with, you're going to need to play 3 different songs. And then there's also a theory test as well as an ear test that need to be completed. Once you've been accepted to the program, all of our first year students do a common year, and then they choose which route to take. And so those routes are listed here. We do have a general music major. We also have a performance route as well as an education route. And so sort of the 2 most popular ones are the education route. So obviously that would lead you to being either a band teacher or a choir director. And then the other popular route is the performance route. It does require a second audition going into the second year. And you're obviously going to learn some business skills as well as some performance skills with that choice. With the general music major, it's for students who are less interested in sort of playing, but they might be more interested in things like composition, music theory, music therapy, and so just other areas outside of performance and education.
And we also offer pre-professional options for students. So we have pre-professional programming set. So basically what pre-professional means is it prepares you to enter a professional program like becoming a doctor, lawyer, social work, that sort of those areas. If you are interested in completing so let's have a look here. You have things like athletic therapy, dental hygiene, that would be 1 year of study. And then for 2 years of study for agriculture, food sciences, law, 3 to 4 years for all these other areas like dentistry, journalism, medicine. So the way this works is if you're interested in going into a professional program, in your advising, you'll let us know, and then we'll ensure that you get the admission requirements required for those professional programs. And then you'll complete your 1 year, 2 year, or a full degree with BU, and then you'll apply to the program. So that's what that is.
So next, we're going to talk about a couple of our partnerships. Again, we've got quite a few partnerships listed on this page, but I'm just going to talk about sort of the ones that I believe are the most important. So the 2 that I'm going to focus on, we've got dual credit. And so if you're a high school student who has good grades, you can definitely start some university courses early. And so you can take up to 9 credit hours, which is 3 courses, while you're in high school. We do have more information on how you can get into that because you will need a letter from your principal. You will need to apply to the university. And so there's more information about that on our website. What I believe are the most important partnership is our partnership with Assiniboine Community College. So they're the local college here in Brandon. Again, Brandon being a small city, we've got 1 college, 1 university, and we work together really well. And so we do have different programs where you can start at ACC, you can complete 1 to 2 years there, and then you can go on to university. You would take either 2 to 3 years with us, and then you're going to get a diploma as well as a degree. So I like to say it's one of those programs where you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're getting 2 levels of certification, You're getting a lot of really great experience, and you're also getting two different learning styles. So Assiniboine Community College, their slogan is Learn by Work. You're going to be out working in the workforce and getting good experience that way. When you get to university, it's more of sort of a classroom-centered approach. And so you're going to be learning some of that higher level theory in our classes while potentially getting some of that co-op experience where you get to go out into the working world and do some of that work there.
Discover why BU is the place for you. So here we're going to go
So
through.
this, sorry, Aaron.
Sorry, you can take this one if you like.
So I'm just going to say we're going to go over, we're sort of at our last steps part of the presentation. So we're going to talk about sort of the nitty gritty stuff now. So this stuff is potentially not super exciting, but we'll try to make it as exciting as possible.
All right, cooperative learning. So I mentioned previously that we have co-op learning options. So what is cooperative education? So many of our programs have this opportunity for students to apply to this program and then go off during the summer months and work. So you're actually earning a salary and you're earning course credit, which is really nice because in the long run, what that gives you is it gives you something to put on your resume once you're done. You can say, yes, I have the knowledge and I also have the work experience. So that's what this cooperative education program can do for you. I would definitely say look it up, learn more about it on our website. And if you have any questions about it, you can always make an appointment with myself or Kathleen.
So admissions requirements. So this is sort of one of the big ones for university. A lot of students always ask us, what do we need to get into university? So there's two different things students need to look for. First one is our general admissions requirements. And so it depends on which province you live in, but those admissions requirements might be different. So for Manitoba, if you're a high school student here, the admission requirement is that you basically graduate from high school in Manitoba. That's fairly easy. And then usually with Saskatchewan, I don't know if Aaron has it memorized, so I might get him to jump in if he wants. But basically for Saskatchewan, it is a high school graduation. I believe it's a 60% average. And then there are two, I believe that the math and the English, so there needs to be specific courses within that. So that's the first thing that you guys need for admissions. With the second part, if you're wanting to take a specific program in the university, and so you can see that with these charts here, you are going to need some different high school classes. So I always use biology as my example. Today I'm going to use nursing, we're going to mix things up a little bit. So if you want to be a nurse and if you want to go into our health studies programs, you are going to need some courses. So biology 40S, your high school biology, that is obviously one of them because we need you to know how the body works. Second of all, we need you to have math 40S, so either applied or pre-calc. And that's because we need you to know how to give medicine. And with giving medicine, you do need to know a bit about numbers. They recommend that students have chemistry. The reason for that is it might just help you in either the cells, genetics, and evolution course or your applied human anatomy and physiology course. If you don't have chemistry, that's totally okay. Just come in with biology, but just be prepared. There are gonna be a couple of chemistry concepts that show up. If you're looking at this chart right now and you're like, oh, I really wanted to be a geologist, but I don't have physics, that's okay as well. We do have upgrading courses in the university. So those courses are just called 090 courses, and they're the high school equivalent. So you can take those with us. However, I always recommend taking them in high school because when you get to university, you have to pay for every course that you take. So if you're going to take an 090 course, you're going to pay about $300 to $400. Whereas right now in high school, you guys are likely not paying anything for your courses. So make sure that you get those courses for free when you can.
Definitely. Yeah. And Callie, I'll just go back quickly. So yeah, you're right
Oh,
about
thank you,
the
Erin.
Saskatchewan stuff. So it's a minimum average of 60% on 5 subjects at the 30 level, including English 30A and 30B. So Saskatchewan
Perfect.
students, that's what you need.
Awesome.
Then we have our scholarships, bursaries, and awards. So we have what we call automatic consideration scholarship. So if you apply to BU by March 15th, you will be automatically considered for these early entrance scholarships. Um, so it saves you a lot of time just having to go through our database and applying to different things. Obviously, check out our scholarships database, see what else is out there, and just apply. We also have our Board of Governors scholarship. So just a little bit of information on that. It's based on your grade 11 marks. If students apply before the last Friday in June of the year that you graduate from high school. So we'll be looking at your grade 11 marks. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, and tuition, I'm just going to go over really quickly. So Brandon University is one of the most affordable places to study. And so if you look at our tuition rates compared to that in many other provinces, you're going to see that other provinces, it's sometimes either double or triple what you would pay at university. So that's a really nice thing about coming to school here. Just as for an example, you can look at that chart there. What happens with university is you pay per course. And so if you are taking a full credit load, which would be 10 courses, so 5 each term, you're obviously going to be paying more than the person who's taking either 2 courses per term or 1 course per term. With anything, you're going to pay a sort of a range from, I'm going to use full-time, between $5,500 and $5,000 sort of $900. The reason for that range is with an arts class, for example, you're just going to have the class, and so you're likely going to be at the lower half of that range. With science, because you have the lab, because that's an additional part of the course, you're likely going to be paying a little bit more. So with things like science or health studies, you're likely going to be looking at more the upper level range of that price there.
All right, important application dates. So make sure you take note of these. The two main dates here that I'm going to focus on are, and it looks like I was wrong. It's not March 15th. It's March 1st to be considered for the automatic early entrance scholarships. Make sure you apply by then. And then our undergraduate application document deadline for all other programs is August 15th. For those of you who are interested in the pre-psych nursing Winnipeg site, you want to make sure that you apply by June 14th. So just keep these dates in mind, definitely March 1st, August 15th. When you do apply, you'll fill out our online application form. You can find that online. And then once you filled out that online, you've paid the $70 application fee, you'll send in your transcripts. If you're still in high school right now, you're in grade 12, and you apply October 1st, you send in your current high school transcripts. And then once you graduate, you'll send in your final official transcript. So don't, if you're still in high school, just apply. Grade 12.
All right, and last but not least, we've gone over a ton of information in this presentation in a very short amount of time. And so if you do have any questions, first of all, you can always check out our website. If you go to the main website, which is brandonu.ca, if you click on the Future Students page, that'll take you to all the information that you would need to know. However, if you do have a specific question, Erin and I are always around to answer them. And so again, my name is Kathleen Richards. You can email me at richardsk@brandonu.ca. With Aaron McKay, you can contact him at mckaya@brandonu.ca. And then if you just want to sort of play contact roulette and see which one of Aaron and I are going to contact you, you can always contact future students at brandonu.ca, and whichever one of us gets to the mailbox first is going to send you a response. All right, because we are filming this, no one's going to have any questions for us right now. So thank you guys so much for joining us. If you do have questions, please reach out. We love talking to new students and basically being able to explain things. We know that Aaron and I have both been through university, so we know that being in high school, the process can be a little bit confusing. So don't ever feel like there's a stupid question. Just reach out and ask, and we will do the best we can to help. All right, thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye.